Canelo is confident he's going to beat Skull. He's made that clear. But Skull isn't backing down either, and he's proven he's no easy fight.
With this Cuban style of boxing, what kind of fight are you expecting to this man, William Skull?
Oh, I expect the same. At the beginning, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I'm different Canelo now, and he's gonna feel it Saturday.
Since the fight was announced, Canelo has been laser-focused, making it clear he's not just aiming for a win. He wants to punish William Skull. This isn't just another title defense. It's his first fight outside North America and the kickoff to a new 4-fight deal under a Saudi Arabian promotional brand.
Canelo fans, please pray for Canelo. He's about to fight William Skull in Saudi. Pray for Canelo, bro. Pray for Canelo, bro.
Bro, but don't you get it? Canelo will never lose because Turkey needs him to win.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose.
There's no way Turkey gets his Crawford fight if Canelo loses, so that's not happening.
It's a deeper, dark.
In his latest warning, Canelo didn't hold back. When William Skull joked about eating well on Saturday, Canelo shot back instantly. The only thing on his plate will be my right hand. It was classic Canelo, cold, confident, and straight, to the point. He made it clear once again. Trash talk doesn't win fights, the ring does. And that's where he plans to expose the truth.
Canelo, can I get your remarks on Skull's comments that he said he's going to eat you in the ring on Saturday night?
I have my kids here. If no, I can say what he's gonna eat on Saturday. But he's gonna eat punches. That's what he's gonna eat. In that way, he's gonna eat.
Canelo has been in the spotlight since he was a teenager, facing legends like Floyd Mayweather, Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. He's moved through weight classes, constantly taking on challenges and proving he wants to be. Remembered as one of boxing's all-time greats. Now he's aiming for another big goal, becoming undisputed once again. This fight with William Skull is a key step toward that goal. But while Canelo brings experience and titles, Skull enters the ring hungry, undefeated, and ready to make a name for himself.
I'm taking nothing away from Skull. I see what could be a very handy, if not easy, win for Canelo.
Yeah, matches up to the minus 6,600 line according to Las Vegas.
Is that all it is? Minus 66?
Yeah, that's it.
The Cuban fighter comes in with a perfect 23-0 record, including 9 knockouts. He's riding high after his recent win over Vladimir Shishkin, which earned him the IBF title, the same belt Canelo once held before vacating it to chase other challenges. That detail adds extra tension to this fight. For Skull, it's not just about defending his title. It's about proving something to the man who gave up the belt like it didn't matter. And for a fighter like Skull, who's had to earn everything the hard way, that's serious motivation.
I'm about to be a 2-time undisputed fighter, so that's all about.
You mentioned the Cuban style up there. What other challenges does Skull present to you?
Oh, he's a very skillful fighter. He's have a lot of talent, but I've been in the with all kind of the styles, so I can adapt myself to any fight.
Skull isn't your typical underdog. He doesn't seek attention or play into the hype. He's calm, focused, and speaks with quiet confidence. I fled Cuba, crossed borders, and now I'm here to win, he said, summarizing his journey in Naimi Ice. One powerful line. He's not here for show. He's here to take the win. While the spotlight is on Canelo and the fans are rooting for the Mexican icon, Skull has nothing to lose, and fighters with nothing to lose are often the most dangerous.
Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, you've been a part of 66 professional fights. Does number 67 this week feel a little bit different?
Feels the same for me. I love boxing, I enjoy boxing, and for me it's the same. I'm very excited to be here in Riyadh. That's the only change. It's one of my dreams, fighting in another country. Now I'm about to do it. I'm excited. It's the same for me. It's the same, excited, motivated.
Still, not everyone believes Skull is ready for a challenge like Canelo. Recently, Nigel Benn shared a blunt story about Skull's sparring session with his son, Conor Benn. According to Nigel, Skull was already tired by the 4th round, asking for breaks by the 5th, and didn't even come out for the 8th. He was sitting on the ring rope looking exhausted. Conor put it on him, Nigel said. Whether true or not, that kind of rumor raises concerns, especially when you're about to face one of the sport's biggest stars.
Nigel's a religious man, so he's not really going to want to lie. but it's very hard to believe. Look at the size difference between Conor Benn and William Skull. Skull's absolutely huge compared to him. Second of all, Skull's probably in the hardest training camp of his life. He's training to fight Canelo. I doubt he's getting stopped by Conor Benn, who's way smaller than him. It's hard to believe.
But sparring is just sparring, and Skull's supporters are quick to remind everyone of that. Bad days happen in training, but what counts is how you perform under the bright lights, with gloves on and the world watching. And it's not just fans backing Skull. Some respected names believe he's being overlooked. Rising star David Morrell, who's also undefeated, has studied Skull's amateur and pro fights closely. He's strong, disciplined, and focused, Morrell said. He also made it clear, if the judges call the fight fairly, Skull has a real shot at pulling off one of the biggest upsets of the year.
Then the fact that round, I think 5, he was like, no, because Conor only has 40 seconds rest. And then what he was doing in between the middle of the rounds, he was sitting on the rope because he was tired. Then it came to round 5, 6, 7, started feeling the pace. This is William Skull, IBF champion.
Superstar.
And then
Morrell's words carry weight because he's not just talking as a fan. He's a fighter himself, getting ready for a big showdown with David Benavidez, another top name often linked to Canelo. So when someone like Morrell tells people to keep an eye on Skull, it matters. Fighters notice the little things, the habits, the timing, the strengths that casual fans might miss. And Morrell seems sure of one thing. Skull is not just showing up for a paycheck. He's a real threat in this fight.
Something's telling me that Canelo will stop William Skull. I think Skull obviously beats Shishkin to win the vacant title last October, but I mean, I don't think he's great. The rest of his record is fairly padded, in my opinion. Yes, Canelo probably is past his best. We'll come to that next. But I still think he's got enough to maybe even stop Skull. So I'll go with Canelo. It'll be a second half of the fight stoppage for me. Around 8, 9, 10 is probably where...
Adding even more intrigue to this fight week is the looming presence of Terence Crawford. Canelo versus Skull isn't just another fight. It's part of a bigger picture. A win for Canelo could set up the highly anticipated showdown with Crawford in September, a clash that could crown the true undisputed king at super middleweight. Crawford, the master technician and undisputed welterweight champion, would be moving up to take on the bigger Canelo. This matchup has already been teased by Turki Alalshik, who's been investing heavily in Saudi boxing events, making it clear that big things are on the horizon.
That Canelo's getting ready to fight Terence Crawford around September. But he has William Skull in front of him, a guy who's hungry and has a really huge opportunity. Canelo Alvarez, kind of in a small decline. Not saying that he is. I love Canelo, my favorite boxer ever. But Canelo in these recent fights have made the fights a lot closer than they should be against his opponents. I'm expecting Canelo to get the win. I don't know if he's going to get a knockout or a decision, but I think the fight's going to be a lot closer than people may.
But what if Canelo doesn't get past Skull? That's where things get even more interesting. The stakes are sky high, titles are on the line, money's on the table, and legacy is at risk. Skull is standing in the way of it all, fully aware of the opportunity he's got. He wasn't Canelo's first choice. Canelo could have fought Edgar Baranga instead. But now that Skull is here, it's clear he's ready to seize the spotlight and make a name for himself, whether the world is ready for it or not.
Yo, you feel slighted?
I could have had the Skull fight. Nobody knew that. I had Skull in my DM. Me and him was talking. He was telling me send the contract. He made a video, send me the contract. I was gonna beat him. Like Skull was easy work. Now Canelo gotta come. Cause he want that undisputed. And look, now he's fighting Skull and May.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's about this, bro. And if
even Amir Khan, who's shared the ring with both Canelo and Crawford, weighed in on the matchup. In a recent interview, Khan praised Crawford's intelligence, speed, and underrated power. You need everything in the game: IQ, movement, power, speed. Crawford has it all, Khan said, emphasizing that many people underestimate Crawford's punching power. His comments were mainly about looking ahead to a potential Canelo versus Crawford fight, but they point out an important detail. While Canelo's power is feared, It's Crawford's boxing IQ that could ultimately win him fights. All these predictions and debates only add to the excitement. On one hand, you have Canelo, the seasoned, battle-tested champion, sharp and always dangerous. On the other, there's Skull, the quiet, unassuming challenger with Cuban grit, undefeated and hungry. One man is defending his legacy, while the other is fighting to build one. But at the end of the day, the ring doesn't care about stories, headlines, or future plans. It only cares about who's ready to fight.
Fighter like me, I can adapt myself to any style, and this is not gonna be the exception. But you know, it's a champion, and I wanna be undisputed again, and I think it's a good match for me, right?
Once the bell rings in Riyadh, it'll be just two men facing off in a battle of wills. Canelo says it'll be different for Skull, and he probably means it. But Skull's response is simple. He's calm, ready, and strategic. He's been through too much to fold now. While some are already writing Canelo's next chapter, others are wondering if Skull can flip the script. So, what do you think? Do you see Canelo falling anytime soon, or will he continue to reign supreme?